And they continued the character in this game. But, or maybe the state was really trying to cash out, and EA was like, no, I don't think so. I'm sorry, the guy I'm not healing right now. I'm just trying to really get rid of his threat. You see, as I'm hitting him with a super attack, and he's really not dying. He shoots an electric attack, and alright, and there it go. See, he's a great threat. Okay, let's just try. He's gonna go down. If we would have got three of him, it would have been three of him and minions, other fellow zombies. That would have been a great attack. That's what I mean about seeing how it's getting difficult. That's only the fifth wave. And the garden the health is getting chipped down just constantly. Oh, ooh, I didn't expect that. Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to get some headshots to take him out fast. Headshots take him out fast, of course the zombie lore. Let me just. There we go. I'm just gonna aim at that and take the main health. See, he spit goop on him. Another game where every class is viable. The Chomper, very viable. The Healer, viable. Every class, the Cactus, the Pichu. It's just you have to get used to each character's playstyle. Chomper is very rushed down, like he's rushing him. He has to get his health really low to eat him, so that's why I'm continuously attacking him. He's just gonna like teleport out. And just keep him at full health. Yeah, I believe when you get him at low health, because I was watching a video, you have to get him low health to fully swallow. Or I may be wrong, he may have swallowed him. Or no, is that him? He may have just swallowed him. It looked like he did the swallow animation. Oh no, there he goes. Yeah, I saw a video. You had to get his health low, and then he can swallow him. I'm just trying to chip him down. There we go. There we go. Let me use my super attack. And I like how the characters you're fighting against, like the zombies, they're always moving away, or they always have like a good movement type. Like they have agility. You may say, oh, a zombie is supposed to be, like slumber around, but I think giving them that agility, it makes you have to keep your accuracy on point. Because that's what created the fear of my engineer, by just giving him a little test run, by him constantly, like I'll show you how he was aiming. He was doing stuff like that, and cause I was telling him when I first started playing first-person shooters, I would aim low because it was easier than trying to aim for the head. And he was just doing stuff like this and stuff like that. I'm like, no, dude, you gotta aim for the body. Like, you can't be like, you gotta do stuff like that. Like, you gotta be constantly seeing numbers. Like, there we go. You gotta do stuff like that. That doesn't mean you're good or a pro or anything. I'm saying you gotta make those hits count. Because when you're playing someone online, like I'm also gonna play the PvP. When you're playing someone online, you gotta make those hits count. That mode, I like this game doesn't have advantages in terms of stickers. I mean, yes, you can get some attributes on some characters, like characters you collect earlier than others. So when you're playing someone, it's kind of like a Call of Duty system too. You can collect things and be a little bit stronger than other people. But I feel like that's not the major problem in that mode. The major problem in that mode is that's where some characters are just more viable than other characters. Like, the engineer has a great advantage where he can have a minion fly on the map, and if you really know how to control that minion really well, you can get a lot of kills and not put yourself in any place of being retaliated on. I just feel like it gives you a great edge. Like, but besides that, the whole game is cool. They're constantly adding new modes, and surprisingly new skins. I know you guys are gonna say after this comment I may have like a limited imagination, but to keep it a buck, I was surprised at the enormous assortment of costume pieces they had. Like, now my hands have a crystal. You can have satellites. I have this owl piece for the cactus. The cactus has a jack. It's just I don't even know the number. I would say I'm gonna have to check the wiki later to come back and post another stream of this and show you a number. Like I said, I'm gonna do numerous streams of multiplayer games. Those aren't going to be the one-offs. Because I know people, there's a following for those games. More than one-offs. You can watch the one-off experience with me, and then, you'll be done with. When I mean one-off, like a game like Skyrim, games that don't have any multiplayer functionality. Oh yeah, we're experiencing the rubber banding a lot now, but I'm still trying to hold on. And just get this. Yeah, you want to go around him and shoot him behind the wheel. I guess I forgot the name of that. That's the wheel that would go on the pirate ship. Oh, he's the fruit juice promotion skin. And you just try to chase down the engine there. I try to keep the volume low. If you're coming to this game, you purchase this game now, or you've already purchased it later, I would advise, if you haven't felt that yet, to try to keep the volume at a minimum, especially if the mics allowed for everyone. I'm glad no one really has their microphones on, but it's been times where the microphones are left on and someone would come in and the mic could be really staticky and just extremely loud and distorted. Let me actually reduce this just a little bit more. Yeah, I'm just going to try to defend. Like I said, it's wave 7. I'm not sure if we'll make it. I just need a little bit more people to come here. But, it's been a good ride if we made it this far. Let me just try to heal him. Let me pick him up. And you can shoot while you're picking someone up, so you won't be stationary. I mean, you'll be stationary, but you can also shoot, so you're not at a complete disadvantage. Let me just try to heal him up some more. Yeah, that's good. He's staying around my plant. And I'm gonna need to use something stronger than my regular shot for him. It takes a lot of you see as the minions are carrying armor, anything beyond like the regular one you see right there with the bandana, it takes a lot more shots to take them down. So I would really focus on them than the cone one. Just the stronger they look, I would focus on them. Like I'm just focusing on the ones here because they're directly attacking my garden. Let me try to heal him and back up. Yeah. See? And this is on normal, like I said. Let me... Oh, I'm down. I don't use a lot of self-revives. I usually just tend to let them stack. That's why I have 48. And get them from sticker packs. This game doesn't really require microtransaction purchases. I didn't know you could make them for... I believe they're the game's currency. I forgot what it is again. I think it's just coins. I didn't know you could make them, but I should have revived just to help out. I apologize for that, team. I didn't know you could make them, but you can make them in small increments, in small to large increments, and you can just straight out buy coins for the sticker pack. But I feel like if you play the game and you enjoy it, you don't really need to do that. But like I said, supporting something you love, it helps. Let me just try to heal up everybody real quick. Okay, let me just run to him and just try to keep him healed. Another thing I've been not doing right now, I usually don't play. I usually try to pay attention to my teammates when I'm a healer. I haven't been doing it. I've been trying to be on an attack because, like I said in the beginning of the stream, the general audience is sometimes like people aren't really experiencing this game. I'm not saying everyone doesn't do their reviews or their homework. I'm just saying I'm used to sometimes people not attacking, like the pea shooter. Even though he's escaping right now, he should be trying to damage them because they have a Gatling gun type of style of play, and they'll just generally shoot this up if I didn't attack them and aggro them. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get rid of this. Yeah, that's why the cactus is coming here and trying to help me get rid of the tombstone. They'll just keep spawning. The spawner and the tombstone will eventually disappear by itself, but it takes a lot longer if you were to just, let it sit there. So especially just go ahead and, destroy it. And it's just generally best to stay by your healer, like I'm the team healer. If I post any of my, because I haven't, this is another surprising thing, that's another thing, I was told this when I was at the. All right, there's this quick little story, little history. When I was at the 500 mark, I had 500 DLC on my Steam account. So that was before Steam separated your DLC in games. So it made it seem like I had 1,000 games. So no, I started playing some games. It didn't seem like that much. Then no, I don't think that's what it was. I think it was when I only saw the 500 because so this story probably even predates that what I just said. This is the prequel of what I just said. This is when I have 500, and someone when I friended them on Steam, they said, hey, wow, that's cool. This is when I was at the 500 mark. They was like, oh, that's cool. You have a lot of games. You only have a certain amount of time in your life. Do you think you're gonna be able to play them? That affected me, and I was like, oh. They was like, you might fall into that pattern of buying so many games you don't know what to play. And I was like, oh, no, that never bothered me. Around the 800 to 1,000 mark, and this is when Steam, because then when Steam separated again, 500, I kind of took a break. I started trying to play them. But at that 800 mark, and then to 1,000 mark, yeah, I can say that is a side effect of having a lot of games. You have so many games, you don't know what to play. Like, and I say that in a really sad, depressing voice. Like, I mean, I'll go from, what is it, that Rockstar game, that detective game, to then Mafia 2. And I'm not saying I'm playing it, I'm talking about thinking of what to start. I have so many games, I haven't even started games. I have the Fallout game I haven't beaten. The only games I've beaten, like I said in the past stream, was all of the Batman games, because I really feel like they capture Batman. The only thing I've been, and this is what me and my engineer described on the side, is that they didn't really give you his vehicles, which I felt like they should have really given you control of. They didn't give you the vehicles, and what else? What else was it? Yeah, I didn't like that. I know the last game was like a prequel before the whole series, but I still didn't like how the Arkham City was the same. I feel like if you were gonna keep it the same, you should have just made it a lot more bigger then. Where I'm going to parts that aren't even Arkham, and it's just like, oh, what the hell is this? And then like, maybe even take me to another country. Batman has to do something over here, and maybe there might be a cameo by someone, but I don't know. It just. Well, I was just concentrating too much on telling the story. That, the Assassin's Creed, I'm up to that third one. I'm going to use it to try to help the team out. I'm just run to someone and try to help them out. I don't want to die. I feel like there's a delay on me pressing RB and LB to heal him and pressing it. See, that's what I was talking about earlier. He was doing the animation for it, but he wasn't throwing it out. But yeah, I can recall a lot of games. If you see when I start the contest to friend me on Steam, you'll see. And again, if you're tuning into the stream now, I'm not saying like that's a privileged thing to be a friend me. It's just that when I made it a public thing, I was getting so many friends and it's spammed, and I guess I have 1,000 games. You tend to. It's just a lot of things that tend to happen with you. So yeah, on my general page, the games I favorite are the games I love and I've ended. That's another story. Games I love. I'll actually restream those games. Tale of Two Brothers is an excellent game. Which is another game. I'm an avid fighting game player, so obviously Street Fighter. And like I said, I'm no stranger to not liking DLC. But if you think about it, they've been doing DLC since back in the day, so And if a lot of people are like, what do you mean DLC back in the days? I'm talking about Super Nintendo days with Street Fighter. Street Fighter 2, and then Street Fighter Turbo, and Super Street Fighter, and Super Street Fighter Turbo. And yeah, come on. Those are DLC. And matter of fact, that was worse than DLC because we were paying the full price for those games. Well, I weren't, because I actually got into the franchise from my cousins who lived in Coney Island. Oh yeah, and then I called diamonds. We could have got a whole row of diamonds. I called diamonds earlier. Won't get another diamond yet. Appreciate the 1,000 diamonds though. That's cool. That's what I was talking about the. I hope if that's recorded on the stream, I apologize. That's what I was talking about the sound. You know what? Just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. I'm gonna just generally try to finish it. That's why he's standing there, so he can get attacked. I'm gonna keep him alive.